Hey guys, it's Hannah here, and today I have a chit-chatty get ready with me kind of video on what my kind of go-to look is for work using my project pen and project progress items and the other things that are in my shop, my stash. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk to you guys about, what's going on with me at the moment and what's happening kind of with my channel this year. So if you want to see what I do to get this look and chat with me about that stuff, just stay tuned. Alright, so the first step is primer. So I start with my Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. So this is kind of what I do on an everyday, well, not an everyday, if I'm going to work, this is usually what I do, which is where I'm off to today. I just find this lasts the best, this kind of base routine, and it's not too intense, but it gives me what I need. And then I take the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. I take a reasonable amount, like, you can see that, like that much. I just press that into my pores because I find the double wear foundation can really accentuate the pores on my cheek. So I just kind of pat that into place. And my mirror is right here, so if I'm looking down, because I'm trying to see what I'm doing, because I don't have a viewfinder that flips, so it's actually quite a process to set up my camera, because I have to like get in focus using like by not actually being in focus, which is really difficult sometimes. Next thing I'll do is go in with my Bobbi Brown corrector, and I just use my fingers and focus this on the inner corner, and then I just let it sit there for a minute, which I know, I just feel like I know it's a cream product, but I feel like it thickens up even more if I leave it there, so maybe it's a subconscious thing. And while that's doing that, I go in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer and apply that. So this is kind of how I've been using the products in my projects. Do some cream highlighting under my foundation. I like that this still shows up through Double Wear. This is the Cover FX Click Stick in Bubbly. And it still gives me a little bit of glow because I don't take my powder highlighters this high up, so I still get that kind of glow. So if I bring this kind of a little bit more exaggerated, that's what I do. But yes, okay, so what I wanted to talk about today is kind of a difficult subject. Yeah, so I was watching Samantha March, her response to her Shape Tape kind of colour match from her Will I Buy It, a couple, like not colour match, like the fact that she'd ignored the colour range because she hadn't seen it. So I was watching her video and she was explaining how she's got a lot going on and this time of year is difficult for her, and it really resonated with me. I'm just going to pop some Double Wear on my pore palette. It's really funny because my mum brought up having just one of those days, as I call it, and my mum was like, yeah, this usually happens every January. You kind of go into a little bit of a funk. Now, if you guys have been with me for a while, you know I have anxiety, and any level of anxiety can get to a depressive stage. That's just kind of how it works. Most people flip-flop between the two. And just move a little bit closer. January for me is just a really difficult time, particularly with my anxiety. It's a lot about the stress of the unknown year. So like, everyone asks you, what are your plans for the year? What are your goals for the year? New Year's resolutions. Those things cause a lot of anxiety within me, and it's really difficult to even know how to respond to that. This time last year, I actually haven't talked about this on my channel. I had a really big breakdown and I got quite depressed, and was just, last year was so much was happening. I started uni and work was really up in the air in January, and it was just a lot of unknown variables, and it was really difficult for me to kind of get through, and I did hit quite a depressed state. Yeah, and it's not something I talk about a lot on my channel, but after I saw Samantha March's video, and how she was saying she wanted to just kind of put it out there that people aren't alone, and this time of year I feel like a lot of people can feel very alone. During the holidays, post-holidays, they're not always the best times for everyone, and yeah, it's not... A lot of people struggle this time of year, and I really just wanted to get some loose powder out. Come on here and just kind of tell my kind of story, and how not give advice, because I'm in no way qualified to really do that. And I have had a friend who started struggling last year with anxiety and depression, and she kind of looked to me for answers for a really long time, and it was just not something I felt that I had the right to give. Just setting my face, because while yes, I kind of have been through a similar thing, no one's experience with anxiety or depression is ever the same. No two people are the same, and so what works for me doesn't work for everyone. And I know that, which is why I kind of try to take a step back almost when it comes to giving advice and things, and steer people more towards getting professional help, and seeing someone who is kind of got the knowledge to help in multiple ways. Tangent there, but yeah, I really just kind of wanted to make this video and kind of chat with you guys about how, if you are struggling, you are not alone. So many people are going through a similar thing. Again, no one's situation is ever going to be the exact same, but people struggle, and I think it's really important that we don't judge others, because you don't know what's going on in the background. I feel like on YouTube a lot of us put on this kind of brave face and just kind of put across what we want people to see. But behind closed doors, a lot of people are struggling, and it's not just on YouTube, it's in the real world. People will go to work and put on their work uniform and just avoid what's really going on for at least those 8 to 10 hours of the day, depending on what they do. And I know, Daniel and I had a really tough week this week, and it was not something that was easy to talk about with each other or anyone else. And I went to work yesterday and basically I just pushed it all to the side and ignored it for the however many hours I was at work, because that's what needed to be done. So just know that we don't always know what's going on in someone's life. And you don't I'm trying to find the right words to say, and that's just cut people some slack, because you really don't know what they're going through behind closed doors. I think that's really what I'm trying to get across. So that was a very... When I'm talking about topics like this, I really want to choose my words carefully. I think is a really big thing. And make sure that I'm putting across the right message of what I'm trying to talk about. I guess is kind of that's kind of what I'm going for here. So I'm going to move on to the eyes now. Actually, quickly I'm going to fix up this brow. Let's move on to a slightly lighter topic of discussion. I just kind of wanted to put that info out there and kind of, you're not alone if you are struggling. Yes. What is going to happen on my channel this year, and what is the plan? So if you guys have been watching for the month of January, you kind of will have noticed the uploading schedule I've tried to stick to. I'm just going in with Mauve and taupe from my Lorac Pro palette, and I have Moonlight from Laura Mercier on my lid. But basically for the month of January, except for this week because this week was a bit difficult, I've been uploading on Tuesdays and Fridays. I had a bonus video last week with my Beauty Wish Lucky Bag, and then this week my monthly makeup basket, is that what it was? My Shop My Stash went up on Wednesday rather than Tuesday because it was set to go up, but I hadn't done like the info bar and any of that. And then Tuesday ended up being a little bit, Tuesday night was a bit difficult, so that didn't quite happen, but I still got it up. But yes, the goal is at least 2 videos a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm kind of just going from there. If I have extra content to put up, I will, but at least having those 2 videos a week. Now in that, I do have some videos I want to put up kind of each month, and again, you kind of would have seen them start going up this month. I'm doing my full face pre-op hair, my quarterly project progresses, which will also have monthly updates, and my monthly makeup baskets. So I plan to have at least those videos up each month, as well as monthly empties. So they're kind of videos you can expect to see. I'm on a low buy at the moment, but I am planning a swap with one of my lovely YouTube friends, Lena7623. So that will be coming up. I don't know if I'm actually going to Sydney this week. I might be going to Sydney next week and doing a little shopping then, but haven't quite figured it out yet. Something that will be changing very soon is my filming location. Just playing with my L'Oreal Infallibles now. I've got ice latte, Blinged and Brilliant on the inner corner and Amber Rush all over the lid. My filming location. So I am getting a new bed suite in the next couple of weeks, and it doesn't fit in my current bedroom, so I'm going to be swapping my rooms over. My bedroom and then my filming / study room are going to swap. So if you guys were with me way back when I started, and I started by filming in my bedroom, that setup will be coming back, but obviously not the same because I have a better setup now. Oh gosh, I've been on YouTube way too long. And I know I've taken some breaks here and there dependent on work and uni and all that fun stuff, but life happens. I'm just doing an extra uni subject each semester this year, so we're going to see how that goes. That'll be something new. And yeah, those are kind of the things that I have planned for you guys. So this is kind of my go to work, my basic work makeup at the moment, at least on my eyes. Either using my Lorac Pro or my Too Faced Chocolate Bar, and then some Infallibles on the lid, making it super pretty. I'm going to put on some mascara and I'll be right back. Freaking love Essence Lush Princess Mascara. The one in the like peachy ready tube. Volume, so pretty. I've been going with outliner for work because haven't really been bothered, but it's just the middle of summer, so excessive amounts of bronzer are totally acceptable. Well, kinda. So I'm using my Hoola bronzer, and this is a huge crown brush. That reminds me of the Marc Jacobs bronzer brush. I think Morphe has one that's similar as well. It's in the Jaclyn Hill set. It's huge and it gives me a really quick, lovely all over bronze. I freaking love this skinny brush holder that Daniel got me for Christmas. It's so good. contour. But yeah, those are kind of the things that are going on my channel this year. I've got work and uni and all that normal stuff as well. But yeah, I don't even know if there was much more I kind of wanted to. That was kind of, those two things were the kind of stuff I wanted to talk about mostly. Sephora brush is the best. You can really buff powders into the skin. I love it. And then just a nice highlighter as well. Love it. Right, so I'm going to leave this video there. I have to eat before I go to work, so I'll put my lip on afterwards. But yeah, so this is what I wear to work on a normal everyday basis. Probably more makeup than most people, but I work in retail, so I can really kind of do what I want. Yeah, those are kind of the plans for this year. If you guys like these kind of chatty get ready with me videos, let me know and I will definitely do some more because they're pretty easy to film and I love talking to you guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below what other videos you guys would like to see and click subscribe to stay tuned for new ones, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.